All right. This article was written by Aaron McClam and Tracy Connor at NBC News. Potential jurors in the George Zimmerman trial were questioned Monday about what they knew about the death of Trayvon Martin and whether they could keep an open mind about the case. The first 4 jurors to be grilled had at least a passing knowledge of the deadly confrontation in Stanford, Florida on February 26, 2012. They had not immersed themselves in media coverage. Quote, there was fault on both sides as far as I can see. It was 2 people being in the wrong place at the wrong time and 2 people instigating something that probably could have been avoided, unquote, said a male prospective juror, who had added that he could still be impartial until evidence was presented. Zimmerman, 29 years old, admits that he shot Trayvon Martin, 17 years old, but says it was in self-defense after the teenager attacked him. He pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. Jury selection continues Tuesday with questioning of more potential jurors. Both sides can exercise challenges and have potential jurors excluded. Challenges for cause must be a valid reason attached, such as having an intractable opinion about the case. In addition, the prosecution and the defense each get 6 peremptory challenges in which a juror can be dismissed for no stated reason. The first day of jury selection began with the potential 100 potential jurors being introduced to Zimmerman before they filled out questionnaires which have not been made public. The process is expected to last roughly 2 weeks. Those being questioned were referred to only by number. Judge Deborah Nelson declined to sequester the jury pool, but hasn't yet ruled whether the seated jury will be isolated once the trial begins. Speaking to reporters in the overflow room, Martin's father said that he was relieved that the trial was beginning and asked for prayers for his son and family. Quote, we ask that the community continue to stay peaceful as we place our faith in the justice system, said the father of Tracy Martin. Zimmerman's brother, Robert Zimmerman, told reporters that he's worried about the ability to find a jury that will give the former neighborhood watch volunteer a fair shake, especially since the judge decided against a private selection process. But he said the opportunity for jurors to meet George face-to-face could help. Quote, I think it is important for jurors to get to know George as a real person, said Robert. He's not just whatever images people flash across the screen or whatever narrative people write about. He is a sensitive person. He's generous. He is very likable if you actually get to meet him, and I think it will do. It's the right thing to do. George Zimmerman was in the courtroom as potential jurors were quizzed. His wife, Shelley, also attended the session. She faces perjury charges in a separate case after being arrested last summer for allegedly misrepresenting the couple's financial picture during an April 2012 bond hearing. She has not pleaded guilty. So that was it for that.
I think I have a problem with this jury selection thing because I don't see where the jury needs to get to know Mr. Zimmerman. You know, why do they need to get to know him? Their purpose is to weigh the judicial facts.
Exactly.
Right. Their job is to weigh the evidence of the facts and execute a judicial opinion. It's not to get to know him.
Yeah. I see. You're not really getting a chance to know Trayvon Martin because he's dead. But to me, it's not about that. Like you said, we're there to execute justice. We need to know whether you did it or you not did it. We're not there, like you said. We're not trying to get some artist profile or get some type of sit down and have tea and crumpets and or sit around a nice cup of mocha. You know what I'm saying? And just sit down and talk. This is not happy hour. This is not social hour. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I understand they're in proceedings, there are things such as character witnesses, but, that's as it would pertain to the facts of the case and things of that nature. It has nothing to do with getting to know him. It's not, they're not all going out for happy hour.
Exactly. I think that's very irrelevant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. It's just one of those things.
But that kind of shows too that if the defense attorney is trying to do that, then the defense attorney knows that he's screwed.
Yeah.
They're grasping straws.
Yep, and
But in high-profile cases, that's what a lot of defense attorneys try to do in high-profile cases because, in those high-profile cases like that, they want to paint their defendant as the salt of the earth, greatest person you ever meet, and, they want to paint him in that picture and that's really not even just big, high-profile cases. It goes for that way in a lot of things, a lot of psychological warfare on the jury.
Yeah. I mean, coming from that point of view, it makes sense. I mean, why they would try to do that, but I don't know.
Because, defense attorneys understand that jurors are human. And just like marketing with sex appeal may get you to buy another, a product out there, painting your person in oh, he's so nice, he couldn't do something like that. He would have had to have had a really good reason. They know that psychological warfare does help win cases.
Yeah. And that makes sense. I should put it that way. Yeah, it should be pretty interesting as we follow this case and see what happens. And like you said, since this is a high-profile case, I guess they really have to be very careful. And it has to be it's a very tedious process. You don't want. You have to be very careful in everything that you do, every detail.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah. To get a fair and impartial jury is,
oh, yeah.
Because, jury people are people, it's hard to get a good, fair, impartial jury.
Right. Yep. Well, we will definitely get more into this case as it develops. But I think as of now, we're going to probably call it a night.